When you embark on a van build, no one tells you just how much time and effort it truly requires. The late nights spent measuring, cutting and assembling can sometimes make it feel like the project will never end. But fear not, because in the end, it is all worth it. You are watching the Sand Van. So today we're starting at night time because we both work, but we've got a lot of work to do. Tonight, we've got to get that bed and upside down and over here because we're going to start painting.
Yeah, we've got to do some fix-ups on the sanding and painting to make it look really nice. But also, I've got to decorate the inside, and it's a lot easier with the bed out. So that's why we're taking the bed out.
Help me, guys. I am not strong. How heavy is that?
It's not that heavy. It's solar panel heavy. And you were good with that. And you were good with that. You got the easy bit.
Many minutes later.
I actually don't know what was heavier, that or the batteries that we pulled out not that long ago.
The batteries are way heavier.
I don't think so. That was pretty bad.
It's bulky. It's not heavy, this is bulky. Now that little mission was over and done with, thank you very much, Sandy. Your help was appreciated. I'm now going to get in here and get it ready for decorating. So I'm going to take all the cushions out, I'm going to take all our nice furnishings out and start making the framework for the windows, prepping for the wallpaper, and making up cover pieces for these here so they're not all rough and horrible. And then once that's done, we can start working on the cabinets, painting those, finishing those off, putting the rattan in the front and redoing all the back doors. So bit of a mission, but we're going to use our time wisely while we have a workshop at our disposal. Thank you very much for lending us your workshop, the people that we're house sitting for. So I'm going to be framing the windows with this edging here. It's going to be stained the same colour as the worktops, so that should tie in really nicely with that. Just going to measure up and start making it.
And of course, yes, I did ask, is that straight?
It's not.
And the answer is
No.
no.
This top bit isn't straight,
Yeah.
This is straight. So we're just, I've got to adjust this, make some few adjustments. It's in there to give an idea of what it looks like. And then obviously we're going to have surround here. And it's all going to be the same colour as the wood
Yeah.
when we're done. So
Yeah, it looked really nice, like a little old country window pane. Well, sort of.
As country as a van can be.
I was actually meant to go to the gym tonight. I signed up for a gym, as you do when you're really excited about fitness, and booked a class, and then I decided I'm too tired. You really have to watch when you're working and building and filming and we're doing so many things like we are, just not to have burnout. And I shouldn't have booked that class, and I knew I was going to be tired because I had a lot on. I did our first uncut last night, so that was a big day. I filmed and edited on the same day and then posted it. So that was a big day for me because I worked as well. So I thought, why did I think I could go to a class tonight as well? So I decided just to hang out here and film what Tim's doing tonight. Probably a bit more productive. And as I say that, Tim was trying to saw and he can't because I'm talking. So I'm going to shut up and maybe just film in silence. And go. As day turns into night, and night turns into day, and repeat. We're back again, and next day, obviously.
Eat, sleep, van life, repeat.
It is, at the moment, I can tell you that much. Yes. You're just continuing what you did last night, aren't you?
Yes, just framing. As you can see, I'm starting to frame the windows.
Oh, yes. Well, we can't see from here. Let's get closer, guys. Let's get closer.
Well, it's not much to look at, but yes, come over.
I've been put on tea duty. I think I actually get in the way sometimes. I'll just sit there and quietly watch. Who reckons I can be quiet? I think it's step time. I really need the step. As you know, I've got problems with my knees. I don't know how many times I've mentioned this on this channel, but my knees are shot. So this helps getting it out of the van because it's quite high. And especially if we're going to put a lift kit on it. Spoilers! Did you remember our last step we ordered? You'll know that it actually didn't fit. We hopped underneath and we had a look, and it's almost like the fuel tank was in the way, wasn't it?
Yeah, fuel tank was in the way.
This one is a step that actually just comes straight out the side. So hopefully we can get this one to just slot into place. What do you mean? He just said he's not sure if it's going to work.
Well,
why?
I don't know. It doesn't come with any instructions, which is really helpful.
You wouldn't read them anyway.
No, but they might give me some insight on what's going on. But we can give it a go. I'm sure I can make some brackets.
One of the brilliant things about Tim is he can usually makeshift things to work given the opportunity, and this time is no different. Maybe before we decide where it goes, I need to see what it's like. Looks like out to make sure it actually works, or if it's too far out or whatever.
Helpful.
Where do they go?
I don't know. There's no instructions, so I'll have to figure this out.
Okay. Please hold. I know someone mentioned in Uncut last night that, well, on the comments, what a nice sunset we have here, and yes, we do. That's one of the great things about where we are at the moment. Sunsets are spectacular. Look at those colours. Beautiful. Alright, I think we have action. He's hooked it up to the... What did you hook it up? You hooked it up to the car battery?
Yes,
temporarily. Alright, off you go. Oh, I like it. It's very flat. Well, that's the idea, I suppose, eh? I'm just going to move that underneath now just to see how that will be. Or, you know, the distance between the ground and up here. See if it's actually viable. Oh yeah, that'd help heaps. That's quite a drop there from there to there, so that'd be awesome.
There.
Does it work? Would it work?
Yeah, well, actually I can get it to fit, unlike that other one.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, sweet. Nice.
That's, does that look too low? So I don't know, we're going to do
It's
maybe a lift.
low. Oh, I see. Underneath where you are there. Oh, it's no. Oh,
It's not that low.
can you lift it up? No, it is actually quite low. Get under here.
I'm going to have to make brackets for it anyway.
We may be putting a lift kit on this van. Maybe. I don't want to rely on that just because it may be a little bit too pricey. So if we can make that flush, that'd be a little bit better. Let's see. It's still low though, isn't it? That's, yeah, well, you can't do much about this. It's how...
Yeah, it'd be that low anyway because...
Yeah, because you can't... It needs to slide out from somewhere.
It's got to come out from underneath. That's the
Yeah.
lowest point in the van. So.
Yeah, yeah.
We'd have to rejig.
What do you think? What do you think?
Yeah.
Oh, look at the back there. Is that... What is that thing at the called? A diff? The back?
Yeah.
Wouldn't be any lower than that, would it?
No, it's not lower than that.
Well, you know, if you worry about clearing something, well, it's got to be careful.
It's well, no, we should be alright because it's quite close to the front wheel. So it's unlike the. Do you remember the old P tank? It was about that low, but it was further back. And when you went over a bump or a low, it scraped it, and we ripped the tap off, didn't we? And we put pee everywhere. That's why we got rid of the P tank.
Well, we don't want to rip this off, you know.
No, but this won't because you're close to the wheel. So there's.
Oh, you think you will?
It won't.
It won't.
It won't. No.
Okay.
Watch this space.
Just saying to Tim, I'm getting bitten here, and I'm just like, oh, I wish we had some multi spray. We're in a van. We have... Surely. We're in Australia. We should have... No. I think we may have taken it inside, to be honest with you.
Don't think so. They've been there somewhere. Try under the sink.
Under the sink?
Under the sink, yeah.
At the bottom?
Yeah.
Oh! Yes! Success! Thank you! Who else is prone to mozzies? Definitely me. I just realised how Aussie I must have just sounded then. Like, our major audience is America and the UK, so a little bit self-conscious about that.
Ignore the wooden blocks. Imagine they're not there.
This is actually rigged up. No, it's on wooden blocks just for now. And...
Because I've got to make some brackets for it, so... mounting brackets. Yeah. So
but that's where it's going to sit.
That's where it's going to sit. That's the profile it's going to have underneath.
I think that's fine. I don't think that's too low.
It might be a little bit more up on that side. It's just that it's the way I've got the blocks. So
yeah, that's fine. That's cool. And yeah, look, this is quite a significant amount that's saving. And yeah, and if nothing else, Pablo can actually get in the van without me having to hop out, get him up and put him back in. And yeah, it's a little bit nightmare with a small dog, but so that will actually help loads. But we'll get that mounted. When are you going to do that?
Over the next couple of days.
Next couple of days, all right. Cool. And there you have it.
Just put it back in. Tucked out of the way.
Nice. I think we're going to pack up for tonight. We'll see you tomorrow.
It's a few days later now, and we've got the step installed. Figured out the wiring in the end. It was a little bit complicated, but you know, not too hard in the end. So that's working now. Just putting on a battery monitor on our actual engine battery, because every now and again we'd get a flat battery, but we didn't know about it until the last minute, and then it was always a hassle to get going and get it on the road. So what I've done is I've installed a it's like a $40 battery monitor. It just attaches to the terminals, just the red to the red and the black to the black, and then you connect it to the app and it tells you everything that you need to know about the battery. It also gives you an alarm if you have any issues with the battery, which is pretty handy because you could be just sitting there for days and not even realise it. And then when you go to move away, it'd be no good. And we don't want that happening while Sandy's away. But if that does happen, and we do have a flat battery, we bought this nice 1500 amp hour lithium battery booster, which can actually do up to a 4.5 litre diesel engine. So we are well within those parameters. So we're just trying to future-proof everything for Sandy when I'm away. Now it's time to fit something a bit more fun. I've been wanting to fit this one for ages. Let's put it in and see what you think. So the aforementioned thing that I said would be fun to fit, I fitted. I'll go inside and you can hear what it is. For all those annoying things on the road.
He was a little bit much for Pablo.
Yeah, you started
howling. He was howling. A little bit loud for you, buddy.
You're looking for it. What's it in there? Is it in there? It's okay.
It's okay, it's over.
It's actually for all those things that we see on the road, like kangaroos and cows that won't get out of the way when we're on the road.
Yeah.
So it's really handy for that.
And, you know, a big entrance for a meetup.
Yeah. You can let everyone know that you have arrived.
So tell us what it is exactly.
It's like a megaphone loudhailer with preset siren sounds in it. So it was only $18 and I thought it'd be fun. And that concludes today. We'll catch you tomorrow.
It's no rest for the wicked here at the sand van. We are now, well, I'm not doing anything. Tim has been painting all morning. I'm still trying to sell stuff that we didn't sell when we moved on Facebook and booking an exciting trip. But we're not going to tell you about that. So yeah, we're just doing final coats on the bed. And I think Tim is sick of painting.
It's main. I've got to redo all the cracks because obviously when you build the bed, it settles, dries, opens up, closes, opens up and closes for a little while, and then you get these little cracks where it's finally settled in its final position. So now I'm just filling in those little imperfections because I have to lay there and look at them. So to you guys, this looks like pure white.
It's true. So this is the roof of the lounge area, and when you're sitting there you kind of do look around in admiration, but you do see, that's when you do see like little faults and stuff like that, and it really annoys us. So we sit there and like, oh, why don't we spend a little bit more time just doing that? But it is what it is. So we're trying to do what we can right now while we've got everything out.
Yeah, this is the last time I want to get this bed out.
Yeah. It's quite heavy. If you didn't see that earlier. Tell you what I'm happy about though. Having this step done. That's a great addition to our van. Pleased. We're just complaining about the heat in this shed. It's not insulated.
It's like an oven in here. It's over 30 degrees today, isn't it?
Yeah, so I think it's getting up there. It's only still in the morning, and it's, yeah, you might have to give up.
It's great for drying the paint out.
Yeah, but you might have to give up for
like
a
an
little
oven.
bit.
Yeah, I might have to hide in the aircon for a bit, but who knows. It's not too bad in the van because we've got the fan going, but like actually in the workshop.
So you've been fixing this, have you? This door? I'm actually having a bit of problem with Pablo this morning because he keeps eating stuff off the floor. He's just like a hoover, and I'm a bit worried about him picking stuff off this garage and eating something a bit toxic. I don't know what he could possibly pick up, but every time I look around he's chewing something. I was like, oh, what did he just swallow? It's a bit of a worry when you're in a work site.
So I bought myself a profile tool. This you push against, there's lots of little pins, and then you push it against the profile that you want, and that gives you the shape that you need. So for here, you just push this against here, and that is the shape I need.
Oh, that's pretty cool, eh?
And all I do is transfer it over onto my piece of wood.
Yep. Draw
around that shape and then cut it out with a fretch saw, which is a very small saw, and then that should fit in there perfectly. In theory.
You go away for like 2 seconds and something's removed. There's no toe ball anymore. It's gone. How much do you think that weighs?
This weighs about 40 kilos.
Wow.
With the toe ball and everything, it weighs 40 kilos. So that's 40 kilos that we're not using. So we'll get rid of that.
There's a tyre missing, and I'm pretty sure we're not getting new tyres yet, are we?
No. I'm just fitting one of these. It's Stability Plus stabilisers.
Oh.
They act sort of like an airbag, but they just bolt straight on here, and you can pre-tension them for different loads, so light, heavy and medium load. Should give us a tiny couple of centimetres lift, but it also stopped with a body roll. So this, we're going to give that a go because airbag kits are quite expensive.
Our van rocks quite a bit as well, so this kind of will help.
When we're driving, that is. We have a problem already. Gone to fix it, and the thread doesn't go up this long enough for what we need, and yes, so it's like when it's clamped down, because our springs we've only got a single parabolic spring instead of a multi-leaf spring. This gap here is quite small, and I haven't got enough thread on these bolts, so I'm going to have to get some spacers made up for it, so to get it work. So just when you thought you was having a really good day and you was having a really simple job to do, and it all goes wrong on the first hurdle.
We're not all wrong.
This isn't going to happen today. This will have to go back in its box until we've got time to do it, and I've got time to get spacers made up. So.
Oh, you can't get them just down from the local whatever?
I don't know. I don't know yet. So
Please hold.
I've got other things to do.
Watch this space.
I'm not going down this rabbit hole today.
I'm very disappointed about those springs not being on today because when you drive that van, it does actually rock a lot, and I thought it might have been the lift bed. We brought the lift bed so it's down in the middle of the van, but it doesn't seem to have helped a lot. So I was really relying on these springs, but we just have to get that extra part. I think Tim's next job is the cupboard, electrical cupboard. We're just making a little cupboard to cover the electrical up the top here, and just to maybe charge a couple of items here and there like phones and stuff, just to get them out of the way, or even the camera that I'm using right now. Just trying to figure out how big we want this, because we don't want it to obstruct the door at all. We just would want it to be hidden as hidden as it can be. Oh, so this is bigger than the, I thought 10 centimeters, but
Yeah, I'm going to cut it thinner.
yeah, I don't think I want it to come out as far as that. I think
It's quite obtrusive, isn't it?
it's quite obtrusive, especially when you're trying to cook, like, and look out the window, and I don't know, it's just something else not to duck under, do you think?
Yeah, I think 10 centimetres is wide enough.
Yeah.
We can work with that. It's more just if you want to just charge a couple
Yeah.
of batteries up or something.
Yeah, or this camera. Oh, it's not long enough.
That's all right. I've got wood, it is.
Well, that actually looks quite nice. Good job.
I'm pleased with that.
I'm pleased with that.
Yeah, it's going to have a little flat, just a plain door on it.
Yeah, yeah.
Because these things light up and
Oh my god.
we don't want any of that in there, so.
I did get dots. I have got dots so I can put it all over things in the van so I can sleep.
Yes.
But that is a little bit too big, that that one there. So, cool. Good job, honey.
It just keeps it out of the way and it keeps it neat.
yeah.
You can hang things on it. I don't know what we want to do.
I will dress it. Well, that brings this week's episode to a close. Thank you so much for watching. And just to reiterate to you guys, make sure you weigh your van, if not for the peace of mind of yourself, just to know that your van's under, because it's really dangerous on the roads. And I'm so glad ours came, well, not way under, but it was
Considerably under.
considerably under. But please click the subscribe button if you haven't already. It's free. Help us out. Give us a like. And
Always leave a comment.
why do you
Actually,
forget this every time? Oh.
Once again, when we go back to the weighing thing, big shout out to Ben at Mobile Weigh
Yes.
Check.
I'll put a link
here.
below. I'll put a link below of his details in case you're in the Brisbane or Gold Coast area. Yeah, fantastic guy, really friendly, help us out a lot.
Contact him for a personal quote because it's a different price for different size vehicles.
Yeah.
So, like, if you've got you've got a car and a caravan, it's going to be the probably more expensive one. But if you just got like a tiny little camper van and you're really interested, it's probably cheaper, a lot cheaper.
Also, we got it cheaper because he was already in our area.
As well, yes.
Yeah, so give him a call. Anyway, guys, we'll see you next week. Oh, actually, we'll probably see you in the chat.
Yes.
Bye.